Good morning, folks. We're at Lake of the Ozarks. Gonna do a little practicing for the Warrior William tournament and the AFCO Derby. Decided to go back to back and jump in on, but for the time being, we're gonna sit our little happy booties in the truck because it's raining. Don't really feel like getting out there.
It's 56 degrees.
And it's 56 degrees, coming off of 90 degrees. It feels pretty chilly. My feet are actually numb. Got our guts filled up at the Pancake House. Always good to eat there, good food and ultra friendly waitresses. If you know, you know. Yeah, she's a spicy old gal.
Yes, sir.
But she runs a tight ship. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna get out here for a couple hours eventually. Dump Mike in, then I'm gonna drive back to the house and he's gonna meet me over and
we'll put around. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Go in the Niagara, go up the river.
Yeah.
Fish around the house.
Probably fish around the house a little bit. I don't know.
I was wanting to go above Hurricane Jack, but
well, we'll make a run, man. We can do what we got options, man. We got options.
We got a full tank.
So anyway, it's good to get back in the boat with Mike. Has it been this tournament last year since we fished?
I think so.
I think it has. It's been a year.
I think it has.
It's been a year. It's crazy. He's been on the live stream a couple times and we've talked a bunch, and but as far as actually being in the boat,
talk more music than fishing, probably.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a while, so I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna have fun. Man, if you haven't fished the Warrior William tournament, it's an annual event. It's a great cause. It fills up quick. They only allow 100 boats. I would highly recommend it to put it on your calendar. It's an annual trip for a lot of people, just like the Bash and just like opening day at Montauk State Park and deer season and all those other things. It just, you know, put it on the calendar and people show up every year. And the reason they show up is because it's a good event. I think I was talking to Sean and Jay the other night, and it's like a 70% return rate.
Are they full too?
Yeah, they're full. Yep, 70% return rate. That means they're running.
I didn't get a chance to listen. Are they going to keep it capped at 100? Right
now, Red Oak is maxed out. If they expand Red Oak, the facilities, they would consider, you know, expanding the tournament. But it's also a battle between keeping it kind of smaller and quaint, you know, and getting it too big. Yeah. I mean, they could grow it to 200 or 300 boats if they wanted to.
Yeah,
I
made several friends from this event.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think they want to keep it somewhat small, just because it just creates a better environment, in my opinion. The camaraderie is great, the raffles and prizes and all that stuff, and the food, and
I mean, man, every time we've out of the raffle stuff, we've walked away with our entry fee worth of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can get your entry fee in food.
Oh yeah, Miller Lite. Yeah, if you wanted.
So over there, yeah.
That'd probably be easier for you.
Okay. All right, folks, we made it out on the lake. Man, we got a little bit of wind out here. The rain is pushed through, hopefully, most of it anyway. And we got a couple hours to try to figure something out. Just gonna kind of relax and cast around and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day on Lake of the Ozarks.
Feisty one.
Yeah. No. Keeper. Fat one. Were you rolling it in?
I was swimming it, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Let's see this scope. Here, try that.
That looks better.
Yeah.
Turn the gain or whatever down here.
Turn the color gain down slightly. Turn the main gain down. I don't like. Do you want the grid lines on there or not? Do you like them?
It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
You don't keep them on?
No.
There's something in it.
Yep. It's probably a cart. Ooh. That's a good little swipe. Yeah, that's something big. That's not bass though, that's probably gar or something. Or carp.
I had a bite, but that was it.
Hey, back up a little bit, if you don't mind.
My luck out there, it's all year long until the water gets down like this, and then it just kind of changes those spots.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They move around this time of year a lot. Oh, look at that. It's a feed, it's a bag. Bag of gold. Hey, you never know what you're gonna snag.
I'm hoping you guys catch something just for our entertainment.
I caught a bag. That doesn't count though. Yeah, I wish we could have provided a little more entertainment.
That was our first stop for the day. So.
There's a whole school up here. Can't believe they won't hit a jig up there. I don't know. I don't think they're whites. I think they're large round. I'll get the next one. I'm just kind of playing around with them. I really think they're like 10-inch fish. Maybe that one's a little bit better. The last one. All right, I gave you a chance. It's a white. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. Nice, get a double.
Both on the same hook?
Nope, one's on the front, one's on the back.
That's why he felt bigger. What do we do?
Get the old pliers. Nice. Be careful, man.
I don't like this.
Take that. There you go.
This one got in the eyeball.
Nice. Good work. That could have been a hospital visit. Very easily. But if you had like a little 2.8 swim bait, you'd probably catch them. There's one. It's a good one, I think. Get up in here. Be a good starter fish. There you go, folks. Pretty nice fish. A little Crock Gator shaky head and a straight tail worm.
This troll motor is noisy. Does that sound loud to you?
I can hear it, yeah. I'm used to my Quest though. My Quest is super silent.
Overcast, they could be about anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Roaming about.
Yeah, then we just start swimming off with it. Hit it on the fall. It's pretty shallow. Blow through there pretty quick, maybe. I'll throw that buzz bait. Swim a jig or however you want to do it, no matter to me. Yeah. Yeah.
You get up there.
There you go. That's a fatty. That's a good one.
And get a quick release right in trouble.
Maybe we should move out of here or not set the hook.
We're gonna run up to Niagara tomorrow.
Yeah, true.
He was not coming off.
Solid fish. This thing is stupid, man. I'm gonna have to keep trying it though, keep it honest. Yeah, it's white. I saw him that time. There he is. I think it, I don't know if it's a white or not, it might be. Yep. Man, they're loving this thing.
Think largemouth ever mix in with them?
Sometimes largemouth feed on them, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if they're all out there facing the same shad.
Yeah, I've seen it where there's largemouth underneath it. Oh, sure enough, he hit it. Yeah. It's a fat little spot.
No, not at all.
Oh, fatty. Look like one of them table rock spots. A little fowler. Like Matt Els would say, they all count. Here, I'll let you pee and I'm gonna
Run the boat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch one of these fish out here swimming around real quick.
Nice.
Forward facing sonar fish. Another one down there too. That's what he came out of right there.
Just a ball of shad?
Yeah, no, there's a couple fish swimming down there.
I mean, but that's
That's
what that is.
yeah, there's two fish right there. See how that's carved out? They're working the bottom of that shad. If you flip the jig right in there, you probably catch one. Here's one right here. He just came up on the back side of it.
That's wild.
Yep.
Well, do you know if they're probably bass? You know?
Well, yeah, because I just caught this one, so
Yeah.
most likely. All right, folks, that's gonna wrap up the practice video. I mean, we caught a couple keepers. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of time. Just fished 2 areas, but got something to go on to tomorrow. We're gonna fish a completely different area, so we weren't too worried about, you know, beating this place up. Lots of shad everywhere. Water temp is about 75 to 76. Of course, it's overcast. A little sunshine's gonna warm it up, but we've had some really cool nights, so that's gonna keep it from getting really hot. I think in the morning it's supposed to be, you know, in the 50s. So I'll probably even throw the sock cap on in the morning just because we're gonna make a little bit of run. But tournament video in the morning, looking for 5 keepers.
Just I miss his voice. But they are smart there.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. All right, folks, we made it to Red Oak for the Warrior William tournament, pre-tournament meeting / banquet, and we're gonna go in there and get stuffed. I'm gonna drop some money on some raffles. We're gonna have a good time, man. I'm looking forward to it. This is a great tournament.
How's it going? Just like that.
Got a bunch of outside folks.
My buddy Gator.
Hey. I got my own milk carton. 5 minutes if we're gonna put it back down and pick up a jig or whatever you got confidence in. Hey, excuse me. Look at all that stuff on there.
You know, it was so hard to see him struggling with all of the things that he couldn't do and all of the things that we had to do for him, and seeing him compared to his peers and not being able to do those things.
But we will be as regimented as possible. There is an opportunity for fog tomorrow with the drop in water temperature and the temperatures we're seeing overnight. So we'll have a loudspeaker on the dock, be very communicative, better safe than sorry. We'll have a couple boats out there checking things out for everybody, but we want everybody to be safe in advance of the pending disaster of harbor hop in conjunction with a bass fishing tournament that we will face tomorrow. So just be patient with us in the morning. Hold on to the boat next to you, tell fishing stories, lie to each other like we all do, and have some patience if there is some fog, because we're going to use caution before everything. To keep things moving, we have a couple of guest speakers tonight, and fortunately, for the first time in many years, neither of these gentlemen are fishing in the tournament, so I think we can all feel very confident in the advice that they're about to give us. So we have Lake of the Ozarks top bass fishing guide and the recent proprietor of bassandbob.com. We have Jack Uxa that's going to give us some words of wisdom. Yeah. And secondly, for more of a competitive insight into Lake of the Ozarks bass fishing, we have Michael Harlan, so they will be here together. And we're limiting it to 2 questions per person from the audience. So think of your best question, because we want you guys all to get home and
4 hours later.
Sleep, so we'll try to keep it moving. But give a good round of applause for these 2 studs that are going to share some wisdom with us.
Well, I appreciate this. This is a big day for me today. I'm actually the owner of Bass and Bob. Many of you guys, as many of you guys knew Bob, you know, he passed away a few months ago, and I'm very happy to carry on his tradition of, you know, I mean, I've been a guide forever, you know, but you can only help so many people, like a few hundred people a year. Now I'll be able to help out a lot more people. Keep in touch with Lake of the Ozarks. I'm going to lean on Michael occasionally from time to time. I've already interviewed him once, and you know, we got that out on the website, and I really appreciate all of you guys. And I tell you what, this fishing community is just incredible. I mean, you guys are really part of the reason why I wanted to continue Bass and Bob. Is our community is just, I mean, look at around, guys. I mean, I was just outside. These guys are already planning more stuff, more prizes for next year. I mean, it gives me chills. I mean, all the money that's being raised right now, all the great products over there that's being raffled off. You guys are really working hard. You guys treat this like a job, man. This is. You guys have meetings. I mean, this is not just like something that just happens to come together. I mean, the guns over here. Wow, the hats, all the rods and reels. I tell you what, I am going to brag, and I'm going to put a little pressure on you guys for whoever does well in this tournament tomorrow. I've been fortunate to do very well in this tournament twice. I haven't won it or anything, but I think I got like 3rd place 2 out of the last 3 years. And you know, with all the amazing prizes that we have over here, you know, me and my partners, we basically shared the prizes, and then we gave back the money. I mean, honestly, I fish every day. I fish all the time, but I don't really tournament fish all the time. And for me to just do well in a tournament and to beat some of you guys, that was enough of a win for me. I was happy with that. And I got a nice rod and reel. I was happy. That was phenomenal. So, you know, you might want to think about that tomorrow. Give the money back to the organization. That's why they've got some great prizes over there. And really, guys, you know, I think the fishing's been pretty good here lately. And we've had a phenomenal, our September was great. Then we started getting to the Big Bass Bash and things started breaking up a little bit. It is October now. We are starting to see some very cool nights. It actually feels like October. It didn't really feel like October, or it didn't really feel like fall weather for a very long time. And it really had the fish a little bit more predictable, I felt like. Now we're starting to see some colder nights. I don't know what the low is tomorrow, but honestly, I kind of think y'all are going to be having some fog tomorrow. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Don't be in a hurry. Be patient. Fog can be very challenging this time of year, and we're kind of due for it because we haven't had those cold nights, and you know, with the rain that we had today, that meant a lot more moisture coming into the area. And man, first off, the rain was pretty serious. I don't know how many of y'all were pre-fishing today, but that was a doozy. But yeah, the fishing, it was kind of a strange thing this week. You know, we had a couple really tough days. We had some really bright, sunny days, high pressure, and obviously it kind of hurt the fishing. And then, like yesterday and today, guess what? I started catching them pretty good again. Now, I'm not fishing the tournament tomorrow. And are you fishing on Sunday? Okay, yeah, don't believe this guy then. No, you're actually really, really honest, Michael. I've known you for a long time, and you're surprisingly giving with your information. Yeah, too much. But I'll say this, you know, all through September and the first little bit of October, I've been picking apart docks and flipping and pitching docks and skipping docks and just being really creative. And you know, I'm still saying that's a thing tomorrow, but I've been fishing a lot more offshore brush. I'm just getting back in these coves, anywhere that's got some shad, which, you know, there's some coves that are kind of, the shad are moving around, and they're not in some of the coves they used to be. And so, anyways, you keep your eye open for the active areas where there are shad, and you'll find plenty of them when you're there. And then I'm just standing around looking for brush with my scope, and I'm not necessarily like scoping the actual fish. I'm just seeing the brush pile and then throwing in the brush pile anywhere from like 5 to 14 feet of water, and that's been working really good for me. And it hasn't really, I don't think it's made a big difference what bait I'm throwing in there, shaky head or jig, and I'm just letting it sit for a second too, and then they'll just pick it up off the bottom. That's been working for me lately. Of course, it always depends on the weather. You know, I'm not fishing tomorrow, so I don't know how, you know, if you guys are expecting wind. I would expect you probably not expecting wind since there's going to be fog. You know, anyways, that kind of changes things. I mean, today we had a breeze. Today was a really nice day to fish, so hopefully you guys caught some good fish today. Got you guys some good confidence. And then, you know, another thing about fog too, guys, you know, a couple years ago I did well in this tournament, and, you know, we were driving, man, it got foggy, we pulled off to the side, it wasn't really the area I wanted to fish. Well, guess what, we catch a keeper right off the bat. You know, we're just throwing a top water, a buzz bait, and, you know, if it's foggy, you got low light conditions, anything can happen. So if you don't get to your, you know, your secret favorite spot right off the bat, you know, just, it's October, things tend to change a lot in October. In fact, sometimes, like, having too much of a good plan is actually a bad thing in October. I've learned that the hard way. I get too, you know, stubborn in my thinking. I'm like, I've got to do this. And October is kind of, you got to do a little bit of everything. So anyways, if you don't get to your favorite spot, just go throw a top water for a little bit, you know, Berkeley Chapo or Crock Gator buzzbait. And if you start right there, you know, that'll get you started, you know. So let's talk with you, Michael, because you just did, he just did really good in Toyota, all right? Doing good 3 days in a row for an event like that. You know, it might be easy for Mr. Hollywood over here, no big deal. But, you know, most people would be like shaking in their boots the night before, and you were really smooth. Now, how have things changed in the last, what, 10 days?
Well, I was really smooth because we needed diapers, and there was fish to be caught. So no, we got mouths to feed and bills to pay, so we had to go out there and catch the fish. But no, it did feel good to go out and have a good event. I've been struggling a little bit, so it was good to go out and catch fish and be able to make adjustments all week long and catch fish. And I attribute a lot of that to how well this lake that we have is fishing right now. Or at least what it was in the month of September. I did take quite a bit of time off since the Toyota. I haven't been out there a ton. I went a little bit today. But the lake, what I can tell, and from even being out there today, is the lake is fishing absolutely incredible. We may not have a lot of 4, 5, and 6 pounders showing up like we have a lot in the fall, but I would say a lot of that is because we're not there yet for those big mature fish to bite. Once we get the water temps in the 60s and 50s is when you'll start seeing a lot of those 4 to 6 pound class range fish showing up. But for me, the amount of 15-inch fish to 2 3/4 pound fish that I've caught from August to now is unlike anything that I've ever seen on this lake. And leading up to that Toyota, Roger Fitzpatrick and I were talking, and it just, the future is so bright for this lake and the amount of fish that we have and the opportunity that's to come. So don't get discouraged if you're out there not getting a lot of those quality bites. We're all used to that 20-pound average carrying through to win tournaments in the fall. And I don't really foresee a 20-pound average getting it done. It might take 20 pounds to win tomorrow, but it's a lot of that 12 to 15 pound range fish is what I'm seeing showing up a lot of. And that's something you have to keep in mind. Don't get frustrated out there if you're not getting that big kicker fish that you're used to catching. There's just a lot more quality, and that's going to pack down the leaderboard. So catching the difference between a 2.5 and a 2 3/4 pound fish is going to be huge tomorrow as far as the standings go. And just keeping in mind how much ground you can make up just by catching a 1/4 pound, 1/2 pound fish, making a good call, something like that. So something to keep in mind is just make sure that you keep your head in it tomorrow. You can make a lot of ground with the kicker fish if you're lucky enough to get one. And what I have learned and what really led me to success in that Toyota Jack was being able to fish how I like to fish. And the reason that, what I'm trying to say with that is there's fish to be caught from dam to dam. There's fish to be caught from 6 inches of water to 35 foot of water. Now, if you want to go fish deeper than 35 foot of water, go back to Table Rock. We're not doing that around here. They might be suspended, but we're not catching them on bottom much deeper than that around here, and we got them shallow for a reason. So forget that. Go fish shallow. Go do what you like to do. But the bite's been incredible. You can catch them deep. You can catch them shallow. You can catch them on main lake points, you can catch them in the back of a creek, and you can catch them in Warsaw, and you can catch them in Lake Ozark. And I'd like to tell you that I'm lying when I tell you that, but I've been all over this lake in the last month or so, and that's the God's honest truth. If you're looking to go catch 12 plus pounds, it can be caught on any section, any pocket of the whole entire lake right now. And it's easy to look at that and say, well, they didn't really give me much by telling me that, but in all reality, what that is doing is it's allowing you guys to fish to your confidence. You can go out there and fish whatever it is that you guys love to throw, unless you're trying to throw at 90 foot of water Table Rock. You can go throw whatever you like to throw and go catch fish on this lake right now. There's lots and lots of fish biting. They're biting super deep, super shallow. You want to throw top water, you want to throw a deep diving crankbait, you want to throw a big football jig, you want to throw a drop shot, they're biting. So go do what you're confident in. Go catch your fish, go have fun, enjoy the weekend. It's an incredible event that we're all here for. I've been a part of this for a few years now, and I look forward to being a part of it for as long as I possibly can. Now, I'm not fishing in the event tomorrow. I had a prior obligation, but I did what I could to be here, and I just couldn't, I couldn't miss it. I love being here with you guys. It's a great, we're here for a great cause, and it's just, it's incredible to see a great fishing community rally behind just an area, a good cause, a location. Everything that is going on around here is fantastic, and especially with the cards we've been dealt as a fishing community the last year or so. And it's awesome. I think we're gonna build back stronger, come back better, and just keep building off of the building blocks that we already had. Whether that's the organization here, or that's Bass and Bob, or that's just the fishing community we've got. I've been all over the country fishing tournaments, and I have never in my life seen anything like what we have at Lake of the Ozarks as far as the fishing community goes. And I really can't say much more than that, or else I'll start crying up here. So here you go.
Yeah, I really don't have anything to add to that. I mean, thank you guys for coming out here, being a part of this. Good luck tomorrow. We're gonna have a heck of an event. Just be a little patient in the morning. And I'm handing the microphone back to you, Sean.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, so Jack hasn't committed to it yet, but we're going to bring back the Bass and Bob incentive program. So next year at this time, everyone in this room will be a member of bassandbob.com, and we'll have a little extra for everybody. So I'll work with you on the economics. We'll dial it in. So yeah, I would be very remiss if I didn't thank the folks at Red Oak for putting us on. Delicious food. If you like the food, give us a hand. So Fred and company and the Reinhold family, thank you very much for everything you do for this event and allowing us to be here. Phenomenal facility. It gets a little tight, so I appreciate everyone's patience with that, but if anyone can tell me a better place at Lake of the Ozarks to host this event, I'm all ears, because I'm confident it doesn't exist. And the last couple things, just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of the no limits tomorrow. So point to point at the mouth of the Red Oak Cove, entire cove here off limits, as well as PV2, point to point is going to be off limits. Excuse me. So everyone's mentioned it time and time again. Just be patient with us in the morning on the fog delay potential. Hopefully it's a non-issue and we can get off at a good time. All these raffles and everything, they'll conclude at the end of the day tomorrow. So if you didn't get a chance to check them out, you'll have plenty of time to do so tomorrow. We'll announce the winners. If you haven't been here before, we're very efficient at it. It'll go quickly, and we'll do our best to keep everyone moving along their way, because I know it's a long day tomorrow of fishing, and we don't want to hold you hostage too long. So we do our best to keep the wheels moving. So again, thank you all for showing up tonight. We appreciate your attendance, your contribution, and we will see you in the morning. And be kind, pay it forward. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in the morning. Be safe tonight.